Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. Switch. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
We own them. 55's my guy, 55. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on-air, off-air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 16-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the counter, Elliott a first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Right there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 13.
Hey, ball.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop.
Mike, Mike 5-4. Watch the pass.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Pressure comes and Trubisky goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On second down, Trubisky. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Right here, right here. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards that time for number 19. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. 10th carry now for Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Prescott from the gun. It's caught, Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Not today, you are. Swear, today. 59's mark. So we're going to 52. Then we're going to 53. Check 31. Check 26.
First down, Prescott.
He's checking.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Then we're going to 54. Then we're going to 53.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back in.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered. Down the numbers, there he goes. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Don't say nothing. Rush in, rush in, rush. Lock in, lock in.
They go play action with Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, the former Packer, in on the tackle. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Check 43.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check 52. Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Check.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Mike, go. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Alert, 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 alert.
Now Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Right there, 54 Mike. Shoot. Alert.
From the 39, Trubisky to Gabriel, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
He's not going to get me.
Here's Trubisky. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I know he ain't got it.
Trubisky will throw. This one caught by Ridley. First catch there for the rookie Ridley, and it's a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Again, it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We're going to 53.
Now on 2nd and 16, Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, but it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47, 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Here we go,
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mike,
26.
Draw play, Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, pick your game up.
26.
They'll go with a big back. This is Oluwalu. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Go to 54, go to 56.
Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Trubisky now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. 39 yards there, a big one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Now on 2nd and 16. Trubisky escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike, 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Watch the safety creep.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
I'm going to run you over. Shift. Check.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. They'll run with Elliott. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, This is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On first down, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
I'm scared. Check.
Again, it's Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And he's got room. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They go to Elliott again. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince.
It's caught inside the 25. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. It's going to work.
That's called being in the zone.